Yeah, Eric, just about what you see differently from Tennessee now than when you played them in the past. There's really that much difference in this short time.
Yeah, probably. I mean, not much, Nate. I mean, it's I think both teams are kind of who we are at this particular juncture of the season, and first game doesn't really have any meaning as you carry into the second game. Obviously, Tennessee's played so well at home all year and haven't lost a home game, so we know the environment we're walking into, and we have this 40 minutes and then get ready for SEC tournament play.
I guess as far as a team with this hot streak, have you ever been associated with one that's gone from one big game to the next and kept the concentration that this team has had?
I mean, it's just the uniqueness of how the schedule unfolded this year. Yeah, I mean, everybody we've played for the last, I don't know how long, 8 games, 9, has been a really good team or a ranked team. And I mean, we've done a great job, handling our business, and we'll go to Tennessee and try to play, like we have been, but obviously it's a different environment playing on the road, and they feel very confident in their own building.
Thank you.
Hey, Eric, how you doing? You mentioned Tennessee being 15-0 at home, but you guys have played pretty well on the road, especially the last few weeks. What do you think your chances of going there and being the first, I guess, would be the only team to knock them off in Knoxville?
Yeah, I mean, they've played great at home, and I think we have proven that we can win on the road. But I mean, it's a team that's ranked high, and it's a team that the numbers say they're really, really good at home, and they're very well coached, and 2 quick guards and Chandler and Ziegler, and Vescovi can't give up threes, and James is playing really well. At that small forward spot, and I'm sure it'll be a packed building and loud and senior night and emotional and all those other things.
You think getting to play them, I guess it'll be noon your time. Is that any kind of break as opposed to a night game where maybe the crowd's a little more amped up? And
I mean, I don't really like heading to the arena at 10:30 in the morning, but it is what it is.
Well, at least it's Easter time. And then you guys, I mean, you obviously need some help from South Carolina to beat Auburn, but you, Tennessee, and Kentucky all have a shot to share the title. Can you remember, of course, I know you haven't been coaching college ball, obviously, as long as you coach pro ball, but do you remember a race like this? And how big a deal, if you could beat Tennessee and South Carolina were to upset Auburn, how big a deal would that be? Because Arkansas has only won 2 SEC titles, not 92 and 94, so it's been a really long time.
Yeah, I can't remember, Bob, the year, but at Nevada, we played Colorado State at home for the regular season championship. Winner was going to win the conference. So, but obviously all 4 teams that had those buys in, the double buy. I mean, those, all 4 really, really good teams and playing well and playing confident. And, so it's look, I mean, it's a one game segment we got to get to, and then we got to turn the page and get ready for for the conference tournament, and then turn that page and get ready for the NCAA tournament. So we can't really do anything today. I mean, just banged up bodies, and going to have to use more recovery day today, and then have a quick prep and fly. Excuse me.
And was it different, or how was it different coaching without a sling last night? How was your shoulder doing it? So you're still understandably kind of favoring it when you were doing the crowd. You still had your left. I guess you're doing it with your right hand. Have your left arm down still?
I mean, it felt a lot better to not be restricted. In all honesty, I mean, it's. I've told this. It's been. I'm just glad we've won because it has been trouble. I mean, it's not fun coaching in a sling and trying to sit down and get up and down. And so it was awesome not having the sling. Having said that, the first 2 weeks of rehab aren't fun either.
You had a lot of range of motion stuff. Are they working out pretty good?
I don't know. We got these ropes, or I had to call them pulleys, but I don't have much. I can't get it very far at all.
Okay. Well, okay.
Long process, Bob.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. I might have a couple more. I'll turn it back to Mike. Thanks, Eric.
Curtis.
Coach, obviously Tennessee's a good team defensively. I think you said the win at home was maybe not cosmetically pleasing, but you guys did a good job with your ball security. I'm just curious, what do you feel like you could do better on the offensive end to have more success there in the rematch?
I mean, I'm fine having the same, scoring the same amount of points if we could play defense like that. But I know to hold, Tennessee under, 50 points is going to, it's not going to happen. Especially, I mean, they're too good of a team. And, I mean, I don't know what the direction of this game will go. I mean, every game's kind of different. I'll go into it with the game plan and try to go at certain matchups and see how it goes. They did play a portion of zone defense as well. So we'll be prepared, hopefully better in this game than maybe the first game for the zone. But I mean, both teams kind of struggled to score. It was totally dominated by the defensive end.
And you had mentioned previously Tennessee's backcourt and how good they are at coming up with steals. Some of the drills that you guys did in the lead up to that game, just to put an emphasis on ball security. How important is that going to be in this game, especially in a road environment?
I mean, it's going to be really important, but the difference is, Curtis, we can't do anything today. Just because we played a lot of minutes with guys, and then, I mean, tomorrow we fly and it's the day before the game and it's going to be under 24 hours before tip off. And then Saturday, we're not going to be able to have a shoot around because it's such an early start. So unfortunately for us, our preparation, Tennessee had a full almost day and a half. They played the day before us. And they played the early game, to my knowledge, and that stuff matters. I mean, it happens in conference tournaments. You can see a little bit of rest can help. We're not going to have much prep time. I mean, just realistically, when you look at the minutes and stuff that guys have played, so we'll have a couple film sessions on Friday. Hopefully, they'll be able to retain it through film.
Hutch.
Yeah, Coach, y'all have had during this 15-game stretch, there's been games where, JD got in foul trouble and had to sit for long stretches the first half. You had to finish the last game with Jalen on the bench. What's it say about your team that y'all have been able to have this success despite, having long stretches without some of your key players?
Yeah, I think it's, one, they have great belief. Two, we feel like, whoever's healthy, whoever's, not in foul trouble, that, somebody's just going to have to step up and take on responsibility if someone's not, in the game. And, we always talk about opportunity. If somebody gets in first half foul trouble or second half foul trouble or fouls out, there's always an opportunity for somebody else. And, right now, I think our players have confidence in each other. And last night it was big for us because we were down and the only way we were going to win is if we understood clock management and what we needed to do to close out the game. So, we don't want Jalen to get in foul trouble, but he did last night. He hasn't really all year. I mean, I think he's done a great job of playing without fouling and unfortunately, just the rebounding that we needed him in there. Let's hope he doesn't do it again.
Scotty.
Eric, I know you've said in the past that you guys don't run sets designed for Audice. Why, like you said, do you think he's one of the best cutters in the game? And how does a player become that? Because I feel like if it was so easy, like everybody would do it.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, Scotty, is just an innate ability to read the defense, an ability to slash and find open gaps. And then you add in the fact that, a lot of eyes are on JD. And when teams focus, the game plan on him, it opens things up for a guy like a DC who can really read the backside of the defense. He's usually playing underneath the defense in a lot of areas. He's great against a zone, cutting and he's that's like everyone's got a gift. Like he has a real gift to offensive rebound and a real gift to be crafty and sneaky around the rim without the ball in his hands.
And just what have your thoughts been on him, I guess, throughout the season? Sorry about that. As a defender, and do you feel like he's kind of been, I don't know, maybe from the outside, maybe a little bit of an underrated part of what you guys have been able to do on that end?
Yeah, he's been phenomenal defensively. I think if you look back to when we changed the starting lineup, one of the biggest things was he was now guarding perimeter guys instead of interior guys, and it made us, bigger, stronger, more physical at the guard spot. We started blocking shots at the guard spot, which there's not many teams that can block shots, at the 1 and the 2. And JD's a pretty good shot blocker for his position. And certainly a DC can change the trajectory of shots based on his length and athleticism.
Bob.
Eric, I know you're talking about the net last night. I don't know if you looked at it today, but you guys shot up from 23 to 21 after the win last night. LSU stayed at 16, and 3 teams you've beaten, granted at home, but Kentucky's 5, Tennessee's 9, and Auburn's 10. I mean, so even sweeping LSU, they're still at 16, and you're at 21, which is obviously a good spot, but kind of surprising given your work over a long period of it's not like you won 4 or 5, you won 14 or 15 high level games. Is there anything you want to add, or what do you think?
No, I said what I said, man. It's no, my wife asked me, can you get fined for saying something about the net? And I'm like, I don't think so, Danielle. And she's like, all right, we'll keep talking about it. But I don't know who could fine you about the net, but it's just one person's opinion, just my opinion. When I look at that stuff and to hear you guys throw stats out like that, I'm speechless.
Okay, well, that's breaking news right there. And then Rick Barnes was not speechless after your game here. He was pretty outspoken. He didn't mention Jalen by name, I don't think, but he talked about being upset with some of the charge block calls he thought went your all's way. Yeah, I think Jalen got 2 charges on Chandler, but do you have any thoughts on that, or do you think it might get called differently because it'll be Tennessee's home game and Rick Barnes, he's obviously a very well-respected coach, and if he spoke out about it, maybe that'll get in the refs' heads a little bit, or do you have any thoughts on that?
No thoughts.
Okay, I don't think you can't get fined for that either. I don't think. Let's see. I think I may be out of stuff. Oh, well, you
That's a first.
No. And I got you touched on it, but how big an advantage is it that they got to play at Georgia in the 6 o'clock game, and that's a pretty short trip home, and you guys had I think Georgia actually gave them a game, and but you guys had a tough late game, and now you've got to go travel and have an early tip. I mean, how big an advantage is that for Tennessee, do you think?
There's no excuses, because it happens throughout the course of the season. Could flip the other way too in our advantage with games. It's just kind of how everything unfolds. But certainly, as you look, it is a big advantage. I mean, again, the preparation, all you have to do is look at the minutes that our guys played last night, and then look that we're traveling, and then there's an hour time change. I mean, you put it all together, we could play a back-to-back and have more prep time, than this, because we just are not going to have much prep time. And I haven't said that in 3 years. This is the first time that I felt like, we're really going to be crunched with time, because even something as little as a time change, losing, an hour, that affects you as well. But I mean, in the NBA sometimes, or the G League, there's so many scheduling disadvantages that it becomes second nature to you. So there's no excuses at all. It's as a coach, you like to prepare, and there's not going to be much preparation.
So today, do you guys just do like a real light shoot you around type thing, or just get out and loosen up a little bit? Or
yeah, I mean, today it'll just strictly be like a mental day, really, because we can't really do anything physically when you look at the minutes that they play. And I mean, we'll do some stuff tomorrow though, but it'll be very, very limited. Probably an hour on the floor tomorrow, and today probably just some film work, really.
We were talking last night about Walton Arena and the home court. I think I saw this right. I think since you got here, you guys are 46-6 in Fayetteville. I'll double check that, but I saw it on Twitter, so it must be so. But I'm just wondering, what do you think of that? I mean, 40 games over 500. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we played really good at home, and those 6 losses, we'd probably like some of those back, and feel like a basket here or there, or a block out against Mississippi State and not let it tip the ball into. I mean, there's a lot of things that I can vividly remember, certain plays, 1 or 2 plays where we wouldn't have that many losses. So, but our players feed off the Bud Walton crowd. But again, I think, you got to be able to play on the road as well. And we've proven that we've been a confident teams at times on the road, and we have to carry that into Saturday.
Okay, thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Coach.
Football might be over this season, but basketball is in full steam for both pros and college hoops. For all the latest odds, totals, player performance props, to where the next fired coach is going to land, BetOnline is the #1 spot for all your sports betting needs. Head over to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Use our promo code BELIEVE to get started. That's promo code BLEAV. And it's not just basketball. BetOnline is your source for hockey, boxing, and UFC odds, right to the Olympic coverage, is the best in the business. From sports right down to your favorite Vegas casino games, BetOnline is your #1 online wagering destination. BetOnline, the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports and play your favorite games. BetOnline, where the game starts.